guys, so here we are, part 2 of the video, fixing a broken subwoofer, reconing a blown subwoofer, whatever you want to call it. We're doing the same thing. This subwoofer was blown, we got a drop-in recone kit, and now we're going to repair it. So if you remember where we left off, if you've watched the first video already, I haven't really changed anything except for I taped off this pull vent because we'll be doing some grinding, and I removed the screws from my push terminals just so they're ready for me to go. And I got my drill, I got my wire brush, an air grinder or sander would probably work better, something a little bit more abrasive. I'd recommend you go down to bare metal, or at the very least, at least visibly see bare metal as you go around. But in this video, we'll be completing the recone process, and yeah, we got a little vacuum. Use that later to make sure our pull and magnet is clear of any debris. We've got some Star Bond, CA glue, some activator for that. We'll be using that for the spider. We got some E6000 for the surround. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So first things first, we have to remove the paint where the old glue was for the spider. If you remember from the last video, there was a ring bolted down on top of the spider. As long as you get a good glue, a good CA glue, I'd recommend, you should be good on not having to put that ring back. If you want to use it, you can. You just have to kind of fold the spider up, pop it over, and you're good to use it. But use a high quality glue, you won't have to really worry about that. Like I said, I recommend Star Bond, even Brian Chamberlain at Sundown recommends Star Bond. And if you want to watch another great reconing video, he did one about 2 years ago. He was actually a mentor at a show teaching people how to do it. So back to what I'm doing. We're gonna go ahead and remove all this old excess debris, as well as grind it down to bare metal. Not only here on the lip of the frame, but down here where the spider was. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that now. That's pretty good timing.
What's up? I'm doing a holiday weekend early. Hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. All beef hot dogs. What's up, guys?
But now we got this down to bare metal. We're going to move up here to where the surround sits, and we're going to get this down to bare metal.
Hey, I got a question. Does it gotta be down to bare metal, or is it just gotta be clean?
It's recommended to get it down to bare metal, but it doesn't have to be, as long as it's a really rough, good surface for the glue to adhere.
Okay.
Good question. Alright, now I know you guys probably won't know how long that took because I sped things up, but I'd say overall that took anywhere from 6 to 7 minutes. I'm going to call it good here. Obviously, the higher power subs you have, the better adhesion you're going to want for your glue, but I'm not saying this wouldn't work, but optimally you want to get absolutely all of this off. Then again, I'm not using the best tool, but it's what I had on hand and it will work. So also, while you're doing this, any excess glue technically is toxic, especially the CA glue. So well ventilated area, even outside. If you can, wear a mask because this stuff's pretty serious, especially the CA glue. So just keep that in mind, especially when working with it. All right. Now, although these surfaces look clean and ready, it is always recommended to take some isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the areas on which you'll be applying glue. You see here, I just got some 99% isopropyl alcohol. Gonna wet this rag up. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wipe down the area where we'll be applying our glue. Make sure it is 100% ready and prepped for proper adhesion. We're gonna do that down where we're gonna glue the spider, and we're gonna do it up here where we're gonna glue the surround. Filthy, right? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, something I want to step on real quick. You probably got a dust cap. And if you got a dust cap, before you get ahead of yourself, because we're not putting it on anytime soon anyways, I probably won't be putting it on in this video. It's self-explanatory, but make sure you scuff this up, especially on those higher power subwoofers, because with enough pressure, they will just blow right off without proper glue adhesion. So I just wanted to touch base on that. But now that all of our sanding done, we can carefully remove our tape. Go ahead and give it another blowing. Always visually inspect down there. Make sure there's no obvious debris, excess coil, chunks of former, anything along those lines. Okay, so now we're ready to dry fit our recone. As much as I know it's not recommended, we're going to use printer paper. Womp, womp, womp. I don't have any shims on hand. I don't have any plastic on hand. I know many who've done this and had success. I've known people who've done it and so there's no issue with it, so we're gonna roll with it. The main problem with printer paper is you're not gonna be able to make sure you have an exactly even force unless once you drop your coil over the paper, which for this we're using about 7 or 8 sheets. You're just gonna use what works best for you, and we're just dry fitting it right now. You want it to be snug, not too snug, but snug enough. We're actually gonna see if we can't slide another piece in there, because basically what you're trying to do here is keep this completely centered. The more centered you can keep it, the better odds you have I'm gonna add another piece. The better odds you have of everything just working out perfect. Okay. Like I said, this is just a dry fit. Make sure everything is nice and snug. And there we go. I like that a lot better. That's a lot more snug. The paper almost wants to lift the surround out with it. Make it nice and even. Make sure it's all the way down. And now we're ready to glue the spider to the basket, the frame. Take our shim paper. Take our recone out. Now it's crucial that when we do this, we make sure our tensile leads are lined up. Not only the tensile leads, but these rivets in the surround are lined up with your screw holes. Because once you glue this down, there's not very much going back. So just keep that in mind. Drop our shim down there, preferably a shim. In this case, we're using paper. And here's that Star Bond CA glue. We're going to cut this because it's not cut. And then we're just going to run it around where the spider goes. The more uniform and consistent you can get this, the better. Remember, you don't have a lot of time to work with this stuff. Just keep that in mind when working with it. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna make sure our tensile leads line up. Drop this down. Make sure our holes line up. Make sure everything looks good, which it does. It looks like we got good contact. Give this a couple pushes down. And once you feel like you're happy with it, like everything's lined up how you want it to be, it's always good to do just a little visual inspection. Make sure everything's pressed down tight. If it's not, you could always go around with it and press it down. And we are going to spray it with our activator once we're happy with it.
Catch me up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm back again. Man, this weather changed quick. I can't believe it. From 93 degrees 2 weeks ago to freaking 64. I'm not complaining though.
And yeah, now we're gonna let that dry. After that dries, we're gonna pull our shim out, flip our surround over. If you wanna add some extra glue to the spider, you can. I recommend it. And then we're gonna glue our surround down and wait for it to dry. And then, okay, we're back. After waiting a few minutes, the CA glue should be dry, so we can pull our shim out. It should come out nice and smooth. We take a look down there at a perfectly even coil. Gotta love it. So now we're actually gonna go from the side. On bigger platform subs like X's or anything with a higher roll surround, it'll be a lot easier to fold this back and visually see down there. can't really do that with this. So, like I said, I'm going to apply some more glue to the spider just to be extra safe and generous. Why not? I got it. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to work my way all the way around the spider, add in a consistent line of glue, make it look nice.
Look nice. I'm just kidding. We're pretty much done with the big travel shows, ain't we, for the year?
Yep. It's kind of sad, but it gives you some time to catch back up on the important things.
I really can't wait for the video to show them our next build.
Oh, yeah.
But we won't talk about that too much right now because that's going to be our winter time. Did you talk at all about what you hit on the meter with these subs?
No, I have not mentioned that yet. Why don't you tell them?
Well, for anybody that hasn't seen the video or follow us on Facebook, which we'd love for you to follow us on Facebook, but yeah, with these Ampere 2.75s, 1000 watt RMS, you hit a 162.23, I believe, right?
Yep.
Wow. I was not expecting that. I was hoping for a 160, but man, imagine what it's going to be like when we upgrade subs.
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited for that day.
I think a lot of people were surprised.
Me too. I was surprised a little bit, being that there hasn't really been that much testing or playing around with this yet.
You know what I forgot to tell you about tonight?
What?
The live, the Facebook Live. They're going to announce where the 2026 Slamology is going to be held at.
No, are they?
Yeah, I forgot all about it. Well, by the time you guys see this video, it'll already be known, but
I'm just gonna spray some more activator on that. I really like this Star Bond because it dries black. Looks really good. Once again, just gonna let that dry, tack up, get rock solid, and then we'll move on to gluing the surround down. After that, it's really just a waiting game. And like I said, I prefer just to test the sub before I throw the dust cap on. It's not really, there's no purpose really. I just like to make sure the clearance is all good. I like to visually inspect everything. And if there's any noise at all, it'll be a lot easier to hear without the dust cap on, in my opinion. But after that, glue the dust cap. We're gonna use E6000 for the surround and the dust cap, a generous amount, and allow 24 hours to dry, and test this up. All right, guys, that CA glue is dry on the spider. Looks like we got good clearance. Not gonna push on it too hard. Surround's not tightened down yet. Before we glue this surround, there is one other thing. Got mixed up in the midst of things. We're gonna screw our tensile leads down to our push terminals. Another thing I'd recommend after doing this, just for peace of mind, is adding just a little dab of glue. That way you don't have to worry about any shorting out or anything like that. No vibrations causing them to back out on you.
Also, can I ask something? You could probably upgrade those terminals if you want to go with bigger speaker wires while you're reconing. But if you got subs already running with 12 or 10 gauge wire, there's no sense in upgrading it. But
that's a good base to touch down on. You definitely could upgrade or do custom push terminals, or you could ditch the push terminals and just go with straight
leads,
direct leads, or ring terminals, which I'm not a big fan of.
it's interesting.
Lots of different options when you get this far into your subwoofer, including just completely upgrading soft parts, which if you have a certain subwoofer could be an option for you. Just check with your manufacturer, see what they offer. Keep in mind though, if you have multiple subs, you can't upgrade to better soft parts for just one. Once you upgrade the soft parts on one, you gotta upgrade them all.
If they're in the same build.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Man, the bass blasters are on sale right now, the dual fours.
They're probably about to run out of inventory.
I don't know. Dual 4 coils on sale when you buy 2 or more. We haven't hooked ours up in a build yet.
Nope. That was a good first video though. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
it was 20% off the dual 4 subs.
Oh, wow.
Memphis's new build is going to be crazy with a Hummer.
Did he say what he's putting in there yet?
No, he didn't. He just said he's got his new build.
You want to make sure you torque these down pretty good, guys. Just don't strip them, or else you'll be forced to go with direct leads.
Guess what the name of his new build is?
What?
War Cry. That's pretty badass. This is what he wants the final to look like.
Oh wow.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but man, that is going to be badass.
After you ensure those are tightened all the way, torqued good, just gonna, you don't have to, but I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this glue on there.
Man, I'm hungry. That should be my middle name. Chuck, I'm hungry. What's up?
Thought you were cooking.
I am.
Oh.
I'm making hamburgers and beef hot dogs. Right now, I just patted them up and got them marinating with a little bit of seasoning. I don't know if I want to do them on the grill or if I want to do them inside.
Oh man, you gotta do them on the grill.
Man, I knew you was going to say that. You're not even going to be here.
You don't know that? You don't know that? All right. I didn't spray that with activator. That was just my little reminder right there. It's not needed, it just helps it dry a lot quicker. Now, we're going to work our way around and glue the surround. Add a generous amount.
Man, can we talk about how many people was at the Sundown Show? I think that racetrack's kind of going to be outgrown.
Especially if this hobby keeps growing the way it is.
It was packed. Even around the track was packed.
And it was hot.
It was hot. Not as hot as the XS Power Show, though.
No.
I probably sweated out every bottle of water I drank within 20 minutes, and I drank like 6 bottles of water. Big bottles. I mean, it was a successful, great trip.
It really was. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of good people.
Driving our builds that far up and down them mountains. And can we talk about I-40? The way the left side was washed out? Wow. That was just a trip to see that.
Yeah, the way the hurricane just wiped that highway away was crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right. We worked our way all around. So first thing I want to do is just push it down nice and even. You're gonna want to keep a rag on standby. After you make sure it's pressed down pretty firm and even, wipe off any excess dripping glue. And then we're going to get some clamps.
Whole lot of love with the clamps.
You can never add too many clamps.
As long as you can fit them, sit them.
And we're just going to clamp this surround down. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, learning something new. Maybe you're following along. I know one thing that was really surprising to me was meeting a fan at the Sundown Audio Show. Never would I have guessed that that would happen this early on, but it was an amazing experience, and he was a really great guy. I'm glad I met him. Unfortunately, no shade, I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but maybe I'll mention him down in the comments, or I'll talk to him in the comments, but he's a really cool guy.
There was more than one person that one of them guys came up to me and said, "You must be Papa SKS," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I knew instantly that it was someone that seen our video, but that's cool, man. You know. I gotta say, I really haven't met too many people that kick it with their son like I do. I know it sounds funny coming from me to you while you're there, but I mean, it's amazing to see some of the things you're coming to at such a young age and being able to experience, which makes me happy.
No, it really is. And I'm glad we do what we do, and we have great times, and I meet great people. But most of all, this has got to be one of the most amazing hobbies ever, right?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, when you got me back into it like 6 years ago, I never thought we'd be where we're at now.
Me neither. Came a long way from that single 12-inch Rockford Fosgate P3.
In my truck, in my work
Yeah.
truck. Yeah. Oh, it got down though.
Yeah. And it truly inspired me.
Man, I remember my Punch 50 hooked up to 2 Rockford 15s. My box had the piezo tweeters in it and the mid-range. And I had it in the back of my hatchback. Man, that thing got down. And that was just in the 90s.
The way things have changed is just crazy.
No, but I ain't gonna lie though. Even though the amps were only 100, 200 or 300 watts, they put out some mass power back then.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do, run out of yellow ones?
Yeah, I just want to distribute them evenly because they have a higher clamping force.
Makes sense. And don't forget, guys, if you want to order any of this stuff, go to Showtime Electronics or Ampere Audio. Get a
Tell
good
'em
discount.
Yeah.
Get a good discount using SKS as your code when you check out. It kind of helps us and gives you a discount.
A pretty good one too, especially if you're spending a decent amount of money.
Well, yeah.
Which I don't think there's anything cooler than being able to tell the people you're talking to and recording for that they can get a discount.
Right, right.
I love being able to help people out. I mean, honestly, in car audio, helping people out, get their builds going, giving them something to get their build going, helping them tune, giving them ideas, it's one of the best parts to me.
Man, I remember before he moved out, people would show up all hours of the day and night. Hey man, can you help me do this? Can you help me tune this? I can't figure out what happened here. But, I mean, there comes a time where you gotta at least start charging for some of that stuff. I mean, if it's someone we worked on their build before and they need help with, tuning their amp again because Lord only knows their friends try to turn the gain up on the knob or something, you can only tell people so much. Hey, your volume max is 35, your amp gain needs to stay here, you're going to start clipping, you're going to start smelling, you're going to start smoking.
A lot of people do not listen.
A lot. But hey, we wouldn't be in business if they did. No, I'm just kidding. I love all you guys, man, that come by and message us and ask. And, I'm not saying I know everything, but we'll at least research or talk to some of the experts and try to find it out. There's always room for improvement in my eyes.
Always learning something.
Yeah.
I figured that out the hard way a couple of times. No matter how much you think you know, you're always learning. No matter how old you are, how many installs you've done, how many subwoofers you've reconed, how many batteries you've dealt with, you're always learning.
Oh, that comes to remind me. Green Tech's got their C-Max sales on sale, $200 a sleeve. I think there's like 38 cells on a sleeve.
Okay, I clearly went overkill, but this is a great example on more is better. I can almost guarantee you this surround is not going to ever be a failing point. And I'm not the biggest fan of E6000. I'm not saying it won't work, but I just wanted to make sure that we had even adhesion all the way around the surround. which we clearly do with something around, I don't know, 60, 70 clamps, maybe less, I don't know. But we're just gonna let this dry as is, come back in 12, 24 hours and test the subwoofer, throw the dust cap on it, and that's it. That is the process on repairing your blown subwoofer, reconing with a drop-in recone. And I will see you guys again once this thing's playing. I really hope you enjoyed everything. Giveaway coming soon, 500 subscribers. Stay tuned, locked in for that. See what that's about. Maybe a little sneak peek on the Facebook. If you got that, check us out on there. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment. I'll do my best to get back with you.
Share
The video.
Hey, I wanted to say something to anybody that's watching for the itty bitty boom battery. We are getting ready to do that, but what I can tell you is that the resting voltage is always between 13.2 and 13.4. But the video's coming for that. So far, it's doing good. I don't got no complaints for what we got hooked up to it. All right, you guys. Till next time, bass on.
All right, guys, we're back. It's a new day. It's been over 24 hours. All of our glue's dry. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and test this sub, make sure we don't hear any mechanical noise, make sure everything is tight, nothing's loose. Double check everything, and then we're gonna glue that dust cap on. So right now, I just got a 20 to 40 hertz sweep loaded up, ready to go. And yeah, we're gonna see how this sub does. I just got one coil hooked up right now. So far, so good. Taking an overhead look at our clearance, making sure you don't let anything fall down in that hole. Honestly, just be careful with that. But yeah, I mean, I think other than us covering the bottom of the speaker and the table, shaking everything off of it, I think we're good. So now what we'll do is we'll make sure we completely turn off the signal coming from the amplifier. Go ahead and spin this around and check the other coil, just to be extra cautious. Get this drill over here. But yeah, there you go. Successfully reconed subwoofer. Almost maxed out on the knob.